The Young and the Restless spoilers and updates reveal that Victor Newman recently faced a harrowing moment that nearly cost him his life. Fortunately, he emerged from the intense confrontation with Ian Ward, Ray Wise, wounded but still alive, giving him the opportunity to heal from his wounds. Perhaps the mustache should give retirement some thought again. Now might be the perfect moment for Victor to reconsider retirement and stick to it this time, instead of returning to work out of boredom. Viewers are well aware that Victor has attempted to step back before, only to find himself restless and drawn back into the thrilling world of Newman Enterprises. He relishes the feeling of being in control, often taking charge of the family business and directing his children's paths, even though they are all adults and can think for themselves. However, the recent turmoil has deeply affected Nicky Newman and those closest to him. Adam Newman has reminded everyone that Victor's time is limited, and this brush with danger could serve as a wake-up call to embrace life more fully. Will he or won't he? It wouldn't be shocking at all if Victor decided to walk away from Newman for good this time around, although he could remain as a figurehead, a founder emeritus. This possibility becomes even more likely if Nicky were to be the one to nudge Victor toward that decision. Victor holds deep affection for Nicky, and if she advocated for a change, he'd likely consider a real retirement phase. Should that happen, we might be on the brink of a significant upheaval at Newman Enterprises because of sibling jealousy. Such a move could reignite fierce rivalries among the Newman siblings, especially if Victor makes a divisive choice. What if he chose Adam? Nick and Victoria would have fits. Victor's bond with Adam has significantly strengthened, raising the question, could he actually choose Adam to steer Newman into the future? Imagine if Adam were to become the sole CEO of Newman Enterprises. You could be sure that Victoria Newman would erupt in outrage, and it's hard to believe Nick Newman would be on board with that either. Nicky would certainly have her doubts about Victor's decision-making if he handed over complete control to Adam, yet Victor might just take that leap. With retirement potentially looming for Victor, we'll keep you updated on what this could mean for the future of Newman Enterprises. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Pulse Canvas. It's me, Julie here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. Phyllis had never been one to suffer quietly. Her decisive nature defined her, and betrayals, especially Sharon's, were things she could never forgive. To Phyllis, Sharon was weak, forever trapped in her own past and haunted by ghosts she couldn't escape. Names like Cameron, Jordan, and Ian Ward were constant reminders of her deepest fears, leaving her in a cycle of paranoia and despair. Despite Sharon's suffering, she was surrounded by people who cared, most notably Nick. His unwavering loyalty to Sharon ignited something dark inside Phyllis. Watching him protect her, seeing the support Sharon received, felt like an injustice. That bitterness festered, especially after the tragic death of Heather, a woman whose passing had been met with indifference. To Phyllis, this was proof that forgiveness was a luxury she could no longer afford. Determined to act, Phyllis devised a ruthless plan. Sharon had to die. One fateful night, she snuck into Sharon's home, intent on carrying out her deadly mission. But Nick, ever watchful, had sensed something was wrong. His instincts proved right when he found Phyllis creeping through the shadows, weapon in hand. Without hesitation, he intervened, and a violent struggle ensued. Fueled by desperation, Nick overpowered her, knocking her unconscious. The immediate threat was over, but the scars of that night would remain. For Sharon, the realization that someone she once knew had tried to kill her was a devastating betrayal. The illusion of safety she had clung to shattered instantly. Meanwhile, Nick, more determined than ever, vowed to protect her at any cost. The attempted murder sent shockwaves through their community, forcing everyone to confront the consequences of unchecked jealousy and vengeance. But the story didn't end there. Phyllis's failure left another wound unhealed, Daniel's. Heather's death was not just a tragedy, it was an injustice that the world had ignored. No one had comforted him or Lucy. Instead, they dismissed his pain, painting Sharon as the victim. The rage inside him grew, fueled by the belief that if Phyllis had succeeded, none of this would have happened. Consumed by grief, Daniel made his own choice. If Phyllis couldn't finish what she started, he would. Nick, the man who had shielded Sharon from every consequence, had to pay. Studying him from afar, Daniel prepared for his moment. When the time came, it wasn't a calculated attack, it was raw, driven by fury. He confronted Nick outside Sharon's house, his voice trembling with rage. "You should have let Phyllis kill her," he spat. Before Nick could react, Daniel lunged. The fight was vicious, but Nick was stronger. Pinning Daniel to the ground, he stopped him, not with violence, but with the weight of truth. "You don't get it," Daniel choked out. "She deserved it. You let Heather die, and you don't even care." Nick's jaw tightened. "I do care," he said. But they both knew nothing would change. Heather was gone. Sharon was alive, and that, more than anything, was the unbearable truth. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Summer Newman could go to extremes when it comes to her upcoming mission to reunite with Kyle Abbott. Summer was once a masterful schemer, so maybe it's time for her to revisit her roots. We're talking about someone who used her life-saving liver donation for Lola Rosales as leverage to get Kyle Abbott to marry her. Summer has evolved in many ways since then, but desperate times call for desperate measures. My and our spoilers indicate that Summer will prove she's Phyllis Summer's daughter in the storyline that's looming. We'll see Summer embrace some of Phyllis' qualities and strategies, so trouble could be brewing. Summer and Kyle's problems first started back when Phyllis faked her demise and framed Diane Jenkins Abbott to take the fall for it. Diane got arrested due to the setup, so Kyle wasn't happy when Summer found out Phyllis was alive and didn't come clean right away. That was the beginning of the end for Kyle and Summer's marriage, but she'll hope to fix their relationship down the road. What if Summer takes a page out of Phyllis' playbook and frames Claire Newman for a crime? Perhaps one that involves preying on Kyle's love for his mother. Kyle is still working on fully forgiving Diane after all the drama that's played out in recent months, but he's getting there. Regardless, Kyle loves Diane and would panic if anything terrible happened to her. Unfortunately, more problems could be brewing since Diane will worry about Victor Newman targeting Kyle due to his relationship with Claire. That could leave Diane pushing for Claire and Kyle's breakup, which might work in Summer's favor. It'd give Claire a motive to want Diane gone and work for Summer's plot. At some point, Summer might pry the truth out of Nikki Newman, Victoria Newman, about Claire's poison trap for Jordan. Jordan may have decided to drink it on her own, but Claire's still the one who tainted the tea. Perhaps Summer could use that info to her advantage and set up a situation where it looks like Claire's back at her poisoning game. Summer might set a trap of her own and make it seem like Claire's trying to eliminate Kyle's mother next. Summer might even come up with a scenario where she can play the hero and save Diane from a poisoned beverage. Of course, Summer would have to make sure there's no legitimate danger involved in her trickery, but she could be careful and pull it off. Then again, maybe Summer could position herself as Claire's victim and earn Kyle's sympathy. If Summer fakes a medical episode and accuses Claire of poisoning her, she could make it seem like Claire wants her out of the way to be Harrison Abbott's only mother figure. Would Kyle buy that under the right circumstances? Could Kyle worry that Claire's gone off the deep end due to her latest round of Jordan trauma? Whatever the case, our predictions hint that we may see a sneaky side of Summer in the coming months, perhaps a side of her that's willing to cross major lines to get what she wants. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Summer will have to make some updates to her tactics along the way, so stay tuned for any alarming news to come. It's the place to be for fantastic Young and the Restless spoilers, predictions, news, and updates. so make us your favorite why and our hotspot. Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Nick Newman has proven himself to be a strong and responsible man, as he has been Sharon's rock through the terrible ordeal she has faced. His unwavering support for Sharon has raised many questions about their future. But is that enough to rekindle a once-burning love? There's no denying that Nick and Sharon have a tumultuous past, with sweet moments mixed with painful ones. Many fans have been hoping that they will get back together, especially since they both seem to have overcome their past hurts. However, right now, there's no guarantee that their relationship will become anything more than friendship. Sharon may appreciate Nick's support, but that doesn't mean she wants to reunite with him in a romantic way. This begs the question, if not Sharon, who will be the next woman to enter Nick Newman's heart? Nick has been single for a long time without a truly deep love. This makes the audience curious about his next move on The Young and the Restless. With his charm, kindness, and responsibility, Nick certainly has no shortage of potential partners. One of the recent bright candidates is Chelsea Lawson. Recently, Nick had some remarkable scenes with Chelsea, where he showed his care and protection for her. Chelsea, despite going through many events in her life, still remains strong and independent. However, she still needs someone to lean on, and Nick seems to be the one who is ready to take on that role. One of the reasons why Nick is worried about Chelsea is Adam Newman, her ex-lover, and the one who often makes Chelsea's life more chaotic. Chelsea and Adam are currently living under the same roof, which makes Nick feel uncomfortable. He knows Adam well and is worried that Adam might push boundaries or take advantage of Chelsea's feelings in some way. Are Chelsea and Nick a potential couple? Nick and Chelsea have been a couple in the past, and although their relationship didn't last long, they still have a certain amount of respect and care for each other. If Nick continues to show interest in Chelsea, this could form the basis for a new relationship where they can both find security and peace with each other. However, there are some factors to consider. Chelsea was deeply in love with Adam, and although she tried to distance herself from him, they still have a special bond, especially since they have children together. This could make Nick feel uncertain about his future with Chelsea, especially since Adam always finds a way to insinuate himself into her life. Other potential partners for Nick, if not Sharon or Chelsea, who could be next? Phyllis Summers. Nick and Phyllis have a long, passionate, and conflicted history. They have always been attracted to each other, but have also hurt each other many times. Although Phyllis has her own issues, it is not impossible that she and Nick will once again be drawn into the whirlwind of love. Sally Spectra. After ending her relationship with Adam and having a brief period with Nick, Sally seems to be still undecided about her feelings. If the writers decide to give Nick a new twist, reuniting with Sally could be an interesting idea. A new character, The Young and the Restless, has always been known for introducing new characters to shake things up. It's possible Nick could meet a new woman who offers him a fresh love, free from the constraints of past relationships. Nick's future on The Young and the Restless. Nick is a key character on The Young and the Restless, and his love life has always been a fascinating topic for viewers. Whether he gets back together with Sharon, develops a relationship with Chelsea, or finds someone completely new, Nick's love life will definitely be a major focus in the coming episodes. Shocking twist for Young and the Restless fans. Could Cameron return from the dead? For Young and the Restless fans, shocking news has just surfaced that will leave many reeling. You might think it's impossible for a character who's dead and gone to make a return to Genoa City, but recent comments from the actor who portrayed Cameron, Lyndon Ashby, might just make you rethink what's possible in the world of soaps. A ghost from the past. Cameron, a character with a dark and twisted past, was killed off after playing a central role in Sharon's tumultuous journey. Created as a figment of Sharon's drug-addled imagination, Cameron helped her navigate through some of her most traumatic moments. Despite being responsible for several violent acts, including manipulating Sharon into a bloodbath and framing Daniel, Cameron's sudden departure left fans with more questions than answers. The final moment where Sharon bids. The return that no one expected. It might sound impossible, considering that Cameron was brutally abusive to Sharon and is as dead can be. However, Lyndon Ashby, the actor who brought the character to life, has dropped a major hint that could change everything. During a recent interview, Ashby teased a potential return to The Young and the Restless, but with a twist. When asked about returning to the soap opera, Ashby didn't rule it out. In fact, he joked about the possibility of playing a completely new character, or maybe Cameron's twin brother. Cameron's twin brother? Could it be? Wait, what? A twin brother? You read that right. While the idea of Sharon falling for someone who even remotely resembles her abusive ex-hallucination sounds outrageous, Ashby's lighthearted teasing raises the possibility of a shocking twist. As far-fetched as it may seem, soap operas are known for their unpredictable, sometimes absurd plotlines. And let's be real, stranger things have happened on Young and the Restless. Imagine this: Cameron, presumed dead and buried, might not be the last Ashby we see on screen. Could his twin brother somehow appear in Sharon's life? Could fans get another shot at that intense chemistry between Ashby and Sharon Case? It's a thought that fans can't shake off, even though it seems like a long shot. A glimmer of hope for fans. Fans who once adored the strange and twisted relationship between Sharon and Cameron might just have reason to hope. Though it's not clear how a twin brother storyline would play out, the mere mention of it has sparked excitement across the fan base. While Ashby's return could be in a completely different role, the idea of him coming back in some form, perhaps even as a mysterious new character, gives viewers hope that their favorite actor might not be gone forever. In the world of soap operas, anything is possible, and this latest tease is proof of that. For now, fans will have to sit tight and wait to see if the writers take this idea seriously or if it's just a passing fancy. Either way, one thing's for sure: The Young and the Restless never fails to keep its viewers on the edge of their seat. Hold onto your seats, The Young and the Restless fans. What's unfolding in Genoa City is nothing short of heartbreaking. The unthinkable has happened. Victor Newman, the patriarch of the Newman family and the powerhouse behind Newman Enterprises, has passed away. His death sends shockwaves throughout the entire town, and the Newman family is engulfed in grief. Get ready for an emotional roller coaster as the Newman family prepares for Victor's grand funeral and the shocking secrets it may reveal. Victor Newman, the end of an era. Victor Newman has been a central figure on The Young and the Restless for decades. His ruthless business dealings, love for his family, and complicated relationships have kept fans glued to their screens for years. His larger-than-life presence in Genoa City has defined much of the show's drama, and now, with his sudden death, everything is changing. But how did this beloved character meet his end? While the details are still unfolding, sources suggest that Victor's health had been deteriorating for some time, leading to a tragic, but expected, death. Could it have been a slow decline due to his age, or was there a deeper, more sinister cause behind his passing? Fans are already speculating. The Newman family in crisis. Victor's death isn't just a personal loss, it's a family catastrophe. The Newman family has long been defined by Victor's influence, and now they must face a future without him. Nikki Newman. As Victor's wife, Nikki is undoubtedly devastated by the loss of the man she's loved for so long. But will she be able to hold her family together as they prepare for the funeral? How will she cope with the loss of her partner and confidant? Victoria Newman. Victoria is poised to take over the family empire, but her relationship with Victor was often fraught with tension. Will this death change her outlook on life, or will she continue to fight for control of Newman Enterprises, in a way that her father would never have approved of. Nick Newman. Nick, always the rebel of the family, is deeply affected by his father's passing. But how will he handle the family's drama now that the patriarch is gone? With unresolved issues between father and son, will Nick finally find the peace he's been searching for, or will old wounds resurface? Adam Newman. The black sheep of the family, Adam's complex history with Victor has been filled with betrayal, competition, and unspoken love. As Adam faces the death of his father, will he feel guilty for their unresolved issues, or will he seize this opportunity to finally take his place as head of the family business? The grand funeral, secrets, scandals, and shocking revelations. The Newman family is preparing for Victor's grand funeral, but fans are wondering if it will be a peaceful goodbye or if the entire event will unravel with drama and scandal. Here's what we can expect. Tension between siblings. With so much power at stake, the Newman children, Victoria, Nick, and Adam, are bound to clash over Victor's legacy. Will they put aside their differences to honor their father, or will they use the funeral as an opportunity to stake their claim on the family empire? Shocking confessions. Could there be secrets hidden in Victor's will? I and our fans are speculating that Victor may have left behind bombshell revelations that will shake the family to its core. Will his true feelings for each of his children come to light? And will hidden alliances or betrayals be exposed in the wake of his death? Guest appearances and flashbacks. Expect plenty of Y&R veterans to make their return to Genoa City as they pay their respects to the man who shaped so many lives. Flashbacks to Victor's early years, his rise to power, and his most controversial moments will likely play a key role in the funeral, reminding fans of his immense impact on the soap opera's rich history. A legacy in limbo. What's next for the Newman family? Victor Newman may be gone, but his legacy will live on through his children and the empire he built. The question now is, who will step up to fill his shoes? Will Victoria prove she's the rightful heir to Newman Enterprises? Will Nick be able to finally take charge and reunite the family after years of conflict? Or will Adam surprise everyone and finally claim the throne, leaving his siblings reeling from the ultimate power grab? What's certain is that with Victor gone, the Newman family will never be the same, and the drama is only just beginning. This funeral will be a turning point in Y&R history, and fans can expect nothing short of fireworks as the Newman family navigates their loss and their future. Stay tuned for the shocking aftermath. Victor's passing is just the beginning of a new era for the Newman family, and The Young and the Restless has promised that this storyline will be one to remember. With the funeral just around the corner, fans are in for a heart-wrenching ride filled with family feuds, buried secrets, and emotional farewells. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Lyndon Ashby has officially left the building and viewers have finally seen the last of baddie Cameron Kirsten. The popular daytime star recently confirmed that he is done at the CBS Sudzer, and this time it's the real deal. We thought Ashby had exited several months ago, but he made a special return as Sharon Newman's imaginary friend. Here's what the Cameron Kirsten portrayer had to say about leaving Y&R. Keep reading for all the details. Cameron Kirsten made a shocking return to Genoa City in 2024 after exiting 20 years earlier. The infamous villain came back to get revenge on Sharon Newman after their tumultuous past. Cameron was believed to be dead all these years, and viewers were shocked by his resurrection. Lyndon Ashby's big return was brief, and it wasn't long before Sharon Newman killed him again. Then, Ashby returned as Cameron Kirsten, but not in the traditional sense. For months, Cameron's ghost lurked around Sharon's house and haunted her. The Young and the Restless isn't exactly sci-fi, and it was revealed that he was a figment of Sharon's imagination. The Cameron Kirsten portrayer confirmed that he is really gone this time, and this exit is the real deal. In emotional scenes, Sharon Newman finally accepted the fact that she needed help, and it was time to say goodbye to her imaginary friend that no one else could see. Lyndon Ashby shares message for Y&R fans. Lyndon Ashby opened up about saying goodbye to the CBS Sudsor for good this time. The actor dished to Soap Opera Digest, "The cast and crew and everyone was really nice. It's such a good place to work. It's so hard that if it wasn't a good place, I don't think you'd want to do it. The crew is amazing, the bosses are amazing, the cast is amazing, everybody in makeup, hair, wardrobe, camera, light, sound, electrical, props. You name it, there's nobody there who's not nice. Are you sad to see Cameron Kirsten leave Y&R? Will you miss Sharon Newman hanging out with her imaginary friend? Let us know in the comments below, and keep checking down below for more Y&R spoilers and updates. Fans saw the return of Jordan Howard and Ian Ward to start trouble on The Young and the Restless a few months back. However, it seems like things have come to an end for the character on the soap. That said, fans aren't so sure this is the last they've seen of Jordan. A recent twist on The Young and the Restless has got fans wondering about Jordan Howard's fate. On the soap, Jordan was known as the estranged sister of Eve Howard. She is the aunt of Cole Howard and the great-aunt of Claire Howard. Jordan was played by actress Colleen Zink, who first appeared in the role in 2023. Notably, Zink is a soap opera veteran. Prior to playing Jordan, she played Barbara Ryan on As the World Turns from 1978 to 2010. As noted by monsters and critics, recent events have seen Jordan seemingly meet her fate on the soap. In order to avoid prison time and backed into a corner by Claire, Jordan took a fatal drink of poison tea. However, death is seldom permanent in soaps, and fans have a particular reason to believe Jordan might have survived. After all, Ian Ward was believed to have been killed during the same storyline. However, at the last second, fans saw him open his eyes in the ambulance, assuring he wasn't down yet. At least one notable person admitted they didn't like how Jordan died. Added to that, some fans felt that Jordan's death was much too simple. Some viewers expected her to be taken down in an epic showdown, rather than simply being done in by a drink. Another argument that's been proposed is that Jordan could have escaped prison. This likely compelled Jordan's enemies to want her dead and buried. This contradicts the idea of Jordan taking the tea to avoid jail. It's also noteworthy that Jordan's death already has a prominent critic, Zink herself. In a conversation with TV Insider, the actress admitted, "I'm sad Jordan went away so quickly. I thought that Ian, Ray-wise, and Jordan would go out like Bonnie and Clyde together." Zink also had kind words to say about her partner in crime, Ray-wise, who plays Ian. As she noted, "I've never met Ray before, but I knew his work. He's everything that everyone told me he would be. He's an actor who supports other actors. I loved my time with him, and we became good friends, and he's called a couple of times since I've been home just checking up on me." While Zink's comments suggest the character is dead, it also suggests she wouldn't be against returning to play her either. In the end, fans will have to tune into the soap to see if it's the last they've seen of Aunt Jordan after all. Genoa City is about to explode with drama as rumors swirl that Sally Spectra might be pregnant. But instead of celebrating, Billy Abbott is reportedly furious, and shockingly, he may be pushing her to terminate the pregnancy. Could this be the end of Sally and Billy before they even begin? Or is this just the beginning of a twisted love triangle that will rock The Young and the Restless? Sally's shocking pregnancy. Who's the father? If the rumors are true, Sally's unexpected pregnancy could throw her entire world into chaos. But the biggest question is, who is the father? While she's been growing closer to Billy, her past with Adam Newman is far from forgotten. Could Adam be the real dad, sparking another bitter rivalry between him and Billy? Or is Billy the father and simply not ready for another child? Either way, the stakes couldn't be higher. Billy's explosive reaction. Why doesn't he want this baby? Sources suggest that Billy is not happy about this pregnancy. But why? Here are the most shocking theories. He still loves Chelsea. Billy may not be over his past with Chelsea Lawson, and a baby with Sally could ruin any chance of a future reconciliation. He's not ready for more responsibility. Billy has 2 kids already, and his life has been full of impulsive decisions. Could he see this as another mistake rather than a blessing? He fears Adam's involvement. If there's even a slight chance Adam is the father, Billy might do whatever it takes to prevent Sally from having ties to him forever. Some insiders even claim that Billy might go so far as to pressure Sally into terminating the pregnancy, a move that could make him the most hated man in Genoa City. Will Sally stand her ground or walk away? Sally is no pushover, and if Billy tries to control her decision, he may regret it. She fought tooth and nail to build a life in Genoa City, and this baby could change everything for her, whether Billy likes it or not. But what if Sally is keeping a huge secret about the baby's true father? If Adam finds out about the pregnancy and fights for his child, Billy could lose everything, including Sally. What's next for Sally, Billy, and Adam? With Sally possibly carrying a baby that neither Billy nor Adam expected, the fallout will be explosive. Will Billy step up and accept fatherhood, or will he push Sally too far and drive her into Adam's arms? And if Adam is the father, how far will he go to claim his child? The Young and the Restless continues to deliver emotionally charged and deeply moving stories, and this time, the focus is on Audra, a character whose life has been marked by hardship and pain. Her journey takes a dramatic turn as she faces a long-awaited but complicated family reunion. Her father, unable to overcome his battle with alcoholism, left a void in her life filled with disappointment and sorrow. The painful memories of his drunken episodes still haunt her, shaping the person she has become. However, the wounds inflicted by her mother's emotional distance may be even deeper. Instead of offering comfort, her mother withdrew, isolating herself from the world and, most importantly, from her daughter. In an emotional conversation with Amy Lewis, Audra reflects on these painful memories, revealing the deep longing she has always had for a real connection with her mother. Yet, every time she tries to bridge the gap, she is met with coldness and rejection. Their rare interactions have often been limited to heated arguments, further straining their already fragile relationship. Now, with her mother's unexpected return, Audra is forced to confront the past once again. This reunion is both an opportunity and a challenge. Will they be able to heal old wounds, or will their pain continue to drive them apart? As mother and daughter navigate this difficult journey, they must learn to let go of resentment, accept each other's imperfections, and embrace the possibility of a new beginning. In the upcoming episodes, The Young and the Restless will explore themes of forgiveness, resilience, and the unbreakable bonds of family. Audiences can expect an emotional roller coaster filled with tension, heartfelt moments, and, perhaps, long overdue reconciliation. Don't miss this powerful chapter in Audra's story. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Nick Newman has been a strong source of support for Sharon Newman throughout her awful ordeal. But what does that mean for their future? There are no guarantees that Sharon and Nick's bond will ever become anything more than friendship again. Although plenty of Nick and Sharon supporters would love to see them back together romantically, there's a chance they'll keep it platonic and preserve the relationship they have now. With that in mind, we should at least consider some other romantic possibilities for Nick. It's been a while since Nick had a proper love interest, so who will he be paired up with next on My and R? Nick recently shared some interesting scenes with Chelsea Lawson and showed off his protective side. It's obvious that Nick doesn't trust Adam Newman to respect boundaries now that Chelsea's living under the same roof. Nick is Chelsea's former flame and is always going to care about her, so he won't approve as Chelsea and Adam grow closer. Joshua Morrow and Melissa Claire Egan have always been open about how much they enjoy working together, so they probably wouldn't mind a Nick and Chelsea romantic redo. It's probably only a matter of time before Adam goes off the rails again and gets himself kicked out of the family. If Nick were to swoop in and steal Chelsea's heart, that'd be a quick way to push Adam over the edge. How would you feel about a Chelsea and Nick reunion twist? Could that be what leads Adam back down a sinister path? The Young and the Restless spoilers say some love life updates are coming up in Gino City, so stick with us for more romantic predictions and any major couple news ahead. It'd be easy for Y and R to turn this into another brother love triangle if they wanted to. Chelsea has been reluctant to surrender to temptation with Adam and go back down a risky road. Could Chelsea eventually view Nick as an option that's safer and more stable? If Nick continues to step up as Chelsea's defender, maybe it could build somewhere.